Yo, welcome to the channel called Keep Low. You know what I mean? Thank you for rocking out with Keep Low. I appreciate you all. And I am LASHEIM the God. You know the company is called Keep Low. You can go to www.keeplowproductions to get your Keep Low Production shirts. Yo, like and share this fucking video. You dig? Hit me with a thumbs up. You dig? I'm giving you that real shit. And if you don't know me, I do videos on street legends. And you know, I give you knowledge that'll help you elevate your life. So once again, go to www.keeplowproductions.com and just fuck with me. LASHEIM the God. Peace. Peace, y'all. What it do? LASHEIM the God. Keep Low is the company. Keep Low is the YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Yo, y'all know I do videos on street legends, and y'all know I do videos on Alpo Martinez, right? Yo, check it out. Today I want to do this video a little bit different. Yo, check it out. First and foremost, sincerely from me, I want to say if Alpo Martinez is deceased, condolences to the Martinez family. That's from me, LASHEIM the God. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that's probably saying, yo, F-U-C-K that dude or whatever, or, cause you know, sometimes, you know, people be saying like, why you talking about a dude who turned federal informant or a dude who's a rat? You know, people say that, but I just want to say this first and foremost. Like, nobody in this world is perfect. This is just my personal opinion. Nobody in this world is perfect. Let me say this before I say that. Don't ever get me misconstrued. I'm not with no snitching, and I don't glorify snitches. I didn't even intend to have a YouTube channel, but I just ended up doing it. And my first hard video was on Alpo Martinez on Halloween when he got murdered, allegedly. So that's how I got into doing videos about Alpo for those who don't know or those who want to know. All right. But I want to say this at the same time. Look, none of us as human beings in the physical flesh is perfect. We all striving for perfection. You feel me? Dig me? So, I don't know if y'all believe in the Bible or whatever, but a Bible reference that Jesus said, a parable, Jesus said, he with no sin cast the first stone. Because, you know, back in the day, they used to stone people. So he said, he with no sin cast the first stone. So all of us sinned before. Alpo just sinned. He did some murders. And he ended up telling on some people. So that's another mistake that he made in his life. But like I said, none of us is perfect. And I'm not saying what he did is right, because it's not, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. And if he deceased, I'm just letting that shit go by because it's not affecting my life. But getting back to what I was saying, this video here is a little bit late because I had a lot of things going on. So I couldn't get the video out when I wanted to. I wanted to get the video out on Halloween, but like I said, I had things going on. Because those who know the history know that Alpo was allegedly murdered on Halloween. You feel me? We're going to get into that later. Okay, for those who don't know, Alpo Martinez was a drug dealer. D-rug means drugs, just for educational purposes. Alpo Martinez was a D-rug dealer. He grew up in Harlem. Now, let me just start this off by saying this. When Alpo was growing up at a young age, like a child, he was a very brilliant, ambitious, courageous young man. And I think that his mother did a really good job, you know, trying to raise her son or whatever. And the people around him raised him pretty good, because the reason why I say that is because of his mannerisms. Now, a lot of times, people in our families, they strive to guide us the right way, but we are individuals. and each and every individual has his or her own characteristics. So Alpo had his own shit going on in his own mind. You feel me? Regardless to what his family was telling him to do. But like I was saying, if you see in these pictures right here, his mother was sending him up to the Fresh Air Fund. You see he's with these white kids. He met a white family. They liked him. The white lady was in the other video saying, we liked it, Albert. So don't just think the killer that did 14 murders, because that's something he did when he jumped off the porch. You feel me? Or jumped off the curb, because I'm from New York and Alpo was from New York. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. It's called Kiko. Okay, so moving on. Alpo ended up jumping off the curb. You know what I mean? That means going into the streets for educational purposes. So he ended up jumping off the curb. And initially, he got with a dude named Randy Love, allegedly. You feel me? And him and Randy Love started doing juxes. Now, juxes is when somebody come up with the banger, which is the gun, and they just roll up on you and say, give me your stuff. That's a jux for educational purposes. But anyway, look, he got with Randy Love and he started juxing people because there was a lot of big drug dealers who was Dominican at that time when Alpo was rocking, and they had it locked on Amsterdam and Broadway. So they was running up in there and just taking a couple of bricks or whatever they was taking and some money and just doing their thing allegedly. So then Alpo met Rich Porter and AZ Faison. Now, check it out. If you don't know about this and you just getting familiar with Alpo, AZ, and Rich, there's a movie made about them called Paid in Full. Here's the movie right here. The actors in the movie portray these three guys, which is Richard Porter, Alpo Martinez, and AZ Faison, all pictured above. Okay, check it. So they started getting money. Now, Richard Porter and AZ were already multi-kilo dealers when Alpo came to them. And then Alpo became a multi-kilo dealer. So speeding it up, Alpo ended up killing his friend Richard Porter because Alpo said that they was doing a deal and like how they would go re-up. He would give Rich 500,000, or Rich give him 500,000. Alpo go re-up with the million, or he give Rich the 500,000 and Rich go re-up with the million. So anyway, Alpo found out that Rich was charging him extra for the work than what the Connect was giving it to him, and then he said Richard lied to him like on more than one occasion. So for whatever reason, he felt it in his mind. He ended up killing his friend Rich Porter. Okay, so then he went out to Washington, D.C., but he was already going out to Washington, D.C., but, you know, after the Rich thing, he started staying in D.C. heavy. He started rolling with a whole bunch of bona fide killers, Wayne Perry, Shorty Pop, and Big Head Gary, and more, but those three, just the name. And he started doing more murders. So he ended up getting apprehended by the federal government, which is the FBI, for educational purposes. So he got gobbled up. Gobbled up means when you get the click-clacks on your wrist and they take your ass away and you got to live in a warehouse for a long period of time. You feel me? So he got gobbled up. Now, his situation was different because they were doing mad murders. And at the same time, he was a multi-kilo dealer. Now, if you get hit with kingpin charges, that's called an 848. 848 is kingpin charges, so you got to get life without parole just for D-Rugs. And then Alpo had 14 murders on top of that. So it's alleged that the federal government came to Alpo and they said, look, he was talking with his lawyer or whatever. His lawyer was like, the only way you're going to get out of this, they want to talk to you about a deal because your man Wayne Perry, this guy here, allegedly did over 100 murders. So the feds really wanted to take him off the streets, but they couldn't really gobble Wayne up because he was doing this thing correctly, evidently, if he had 100 murders and the feds didn't take him without Alpo telling. So he was doing this thing right, not glorifying no murder or no stupid shit at the same time, because I'm God, Cypher Divine, and that's not right and exact. Unless somebody's trying to do something to you, or, you know, but we looking for peace around here to build and add on to life. You feel me? But getting back to what I was saying, look, they wanted Wayne and other information on big time drug dealers that Alpo could provide for the federal government. So Alpo, Janet Rito was asking for him to get a lethal injection because he had 14 murders. So he ended up telling on Wayne Perry, and he became a federal informant. But they still made him do 26, 28 years, something like that. So when he came home from doing the 26 years or whatever, they put him in Maine, and they gave him a driver's license, you know, valid ID under the name Abraham Rodriguez, when his name is Alpo Martinez. You feel me? So they gave him a stipend of $50,000, $20,000 cash for himself, because they knew that he was a big time drug dealer and $20,000 was his pocket money, but they didn't want him to go back in the wrong direction. So while he was in the witness protection program, being that he provided the information on Wayne Perry and everybody else that he ratted on, snitched on, because I ain't with that, but these are just the facts. And they paid his rent for a year, which was equal to $30,000, and they gave him $20,000 cash, and they gave him the driver's license and all that, and they provided him with a good job. So he started doing some construction or whatever he was doing, it's alleged, and he was chilling in Maine. But just being the type of guy that Alpo was, and this is in my opinion, being the type of guy that Alpo Martinez was, he was the type of guy that he's a native New Yorker, and plus he's a wild boy. Not saying he's a savage, but he was a wild boy, a dude who really run out in the streets and run around, and plus he was a attention seeker. So he was getting a lot of attention from females and, you know, thorough dudes, and when he was a stand-up dude and all that. So I guess he hungered for that shit, and then he ended up going back to New York City, and when he went back to New York City, he was riding this big red motorcycle, driving a big-ass red burgundy truck all through Manhattan. And he wasn't even doing that type of shit on the low. He was going to blocks, playing the music on his bike, mad loud, laughing, joking, dancing, doing his shit. And nobody wasn't doing nothing to him. You feel me? So I guess people didn't feel that much of a way about it, because nothing ended up happening to him right there, right? So it's alleged that Alpo ended up banging out this little chick, and she happened to be Young Bull's little chick. You feel me? Last name Parker, the kid that's arrested for him. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was allegedly banging Shorty's chick. This is what is alleged. And then Shorty came up to him and confronted him like a man and was like, yo, you have any involvement with my female or whatever? And I guess Alpo was like, what? Yo, Shorty, get out of my face. And he smacked Shorty, thinking that Shorty was just a bird or something. You feel me? It ain't like that. You feel me? But I guess he just smacked Shorty, thinking that Shorty was a bird. And then he ended up getting murdered on Halloween, allegedly, because I got the videos. I don't think Alpo is dead. You go check that out, and you go check out the other video I got about how Shorty killed Alpo Martinez. But the reason why I was going to drop this video on Halloween is because that was the alleged anniversary of his death. You know what I mean? And that's why I took this time to get this video out. But yo, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Rock out with us. Keep low. Y'all see I got the paddock on today, the black on black shit matching my joint. You feel me? Dig me? But See little Gucci specs, but they ain't about nothing though, you feel me? So don't get caught up on material things. Now don't get me wrong, for all your youngins that's thirsting for shit like that, yeah, you can attain anything you want long as you put your mind to it, but don't go give your life up and do 26 years in a prison like Alpo Martinez to have a couple of keys and a couple of Benzes for like 5 years and then get 25 years. It's not worth it. So you got the potential to do anything that you put your mind to, and all you got to really do is just study and get the knowledge, because knowledge is information and knowledge is also power, because acquiring information gives you a lot of power. You feel me? So just subscribe to the channel, like I said. Give my video a thumbs up, you dig? And just rock out with Keep Low. And if y'all want to check out the Keep Low shirts and support me, get the Keep Low shirts with the lines in the street and the manhole cover, and we down there keeping low. Because if you keep low, you never tell. They'll never know. You feel me? Dig me? But just rock out with the goddess LASHEIM. Yo, Keep Low the company. And just rock with me. Peace. I wish you all peace and prosperity. Stay focused.